Eagles. Now I see fiddle all around me. Little, my head was on a swivel.
It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Seahawks and the Falcons, all that and more, coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's the second game here on this Wild Card Saturday. As it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTA.
It's the second of our two games here on this Saturday as Super Wild Card Weekend continues here on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart. But make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going and move in front of him.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Watson to throw on 3rd-and-1. Oh, his first throw of the playoffs is intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And you know, Charles, it's been a terrific season for them. They couldn't quite get that #1 seed and the associated bye that goes with it, but nevertheless, they've got to be one of the favorites here to win it all.
They do because of the season that they've had, the position that they're in, and we know under the old playoff system, they would have this game off. This weekend would not be one that they would play, but nevertheless, maybe it's a good thing. Sometimes you carry that momentum from the season all the way through the playoffs. If you get that open week, sometimes you lose it a little bit. So I think that's what's going to be their mindset.
A quick throw there is incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd them?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Watson now to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a stoppage for the injury, and that's Leonard Fournette, who's going to get some medical attention, so hold everything here. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On first down, it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Second and 10. Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangwu. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and 5. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this... First play's a run with Nwangwu. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
The motion man is Cole. To throw on second is Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now a pause for an injury, and that's the quarterback, Deshaun Watson, who's shaken up a bit. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Back to throw, Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Here comes Peppers. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle. On first down, Stafford here. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
And not that the coach asked me, but I do like the call there to start the drive. Looking for something maybe to jumpstart this offense. And they decide to run a little screen play. Maybe give their running back a little bit of space. Mission accomplished. He turns that into good yardage and a quick first down.
They'll get this to Nwangu. And he's brought down. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
To the air again, Stafford. Got a man downfield, it's Tate. Touchdown! Auden Tate, 41 yards. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of the motion man is Cole. On first down, it's Stafford. This is caught by Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On first and 10, Stafford. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Stafford. Flushed out right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They go play action. Winston. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point by Carlson. Up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on the first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good hit, and they get off the field.
And on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Let's take it at around the 40. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On the draw, it's Nwangu. Jair Brown on the stop there.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
The motion man is Cole. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. He wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield.
Pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Seemed like they picked an excellent time there, Charles, to go with the draw play.
They certainly did. Caught him a little over-eager trying to get into the backfield and get to the quarterback. They used their speed and their aggressiveness against them, didn't they?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw on second down is Stafford.
They'll set up the screen for Nwangu.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Now Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Throwing again is Stafford. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. And his throw here is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL. But if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. That is caught and out of bounds all the way down at the 3. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he gets in. Touchdown.
Kene Nwangu.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. On play action, Winston. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Winston.
Check down, complete to Haskins.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Jameis to throw it. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. In this NFC wildcard matchup. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Here's Winston. He's got his target. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Play action now. Winston.
Crossing route catch made by Johnson.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw here on target to Hurst.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Winston running the option left here.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Now 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's a run from Haskins.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, snapped at the 11.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Blessad Austin. And the Falcons are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick. Whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or worse, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it. Because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
On 1st down, Stafford here.
They'll set up the screen for the Longoon.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Oh, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
56 yards on the ground for him so far. A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. They'll go right back to the Longu. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Man open, it's Goodwin.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Hardy, you gotta like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. On 1st down, they'll run with the Longu. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Back to Longu again on 1st down.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there. Gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations are a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
Winston readies the offense. Down by a field goal, 55 seconds remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Winston. They'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And they work this well outfield across the 45. Here's Winston. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll go underneath to Haskins. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to earn their final timeout. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Winston to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The Falcons are moving on. Congratulations to them. Thanks for watching, and so long, everybody.